Good morning, lovely ladies. Hope everybody's doing good. I did take yesterday off from recording. Figured it was Sunday, people were wanting some rest maybe. Anyways, here is my next video. We're going to do biceps. Now, I don't know if some people do like to incorporate biceps with triceps. So I think just for fun, I'll do a bicep today and a tricep tomorrow, just to shorten my video time. And yeah, just you can combine them if you want. Watch them back to back when they're done, or do them separate. So without further ado, let's begin. So hopefully everybody does a little bit of warm up, gets a blood pumping, jog in place, or jump rope, anything like that, just to get everything moving. So we'll start with just some basic. I grabbed, because my son played baseball, so we have a lot of extra baseballs around the house. You can use a tennis ball, anything you have, that fits nicely in your hand. The heavier the better. If you have any kind of weighted balls, pool cue balls, anything like that would work. So I'm just gonna grab them. Now, obviously they're not much weight. They're very light, but we're just gonna warm up a little bit and have some fun. So just gonna start, maybe I should take my shirt off so you can see a little better what I'm doing and the different angles that we can hit. So we're just gonna start basic with hands at the sides, and you're just gonna curl up. So because we're not using heavy weight, again, we are gonna go high reps. So 25 to 30 and 4 to 5 sets, because Hunter, I'm sorry I didn't clarify that in my last video. Everything is, at least 4 to 5 sets. You could go up to 6 if you feel really good, but 4 to 5 is pretty optimal. So what we want to focus on mostly here is the contraction. So like I said, even though it is a light weight, you want to squeeze as much as you can at the top. So you're just going to squeeze it. So do about 20 to 30 of these 4 to 5 times. You'll be feeling it. Nothing crazy, but you should feel it, good enough. Okay, then we're going to change the angle. So instead of coming forward, we're going to go a little bit to the side. So you're just going to have your elbows coming in a little bit, your hands facing this way instead of this way. We're going to be here. I don't know if you can see that. We're going to be here. Okay, so we're going to come in this way. And it just changes the angle ever so slightly. And you can get a pretty good contraction with this one too. Now, you can mix it up. You can sit, if you do have a bench or a chair, you can sit and do these. You can stand, mix it up, have fun with it. I'm just giving you some ideas of exercises you can do with minimal equipment. So going forward with that one, let's change to a seated position. We're gonna I'm just gonna mock it with a chair, which you can do as well, which I've stated before in my other videos. So you just can kind of sit and just go one at a time back to the forward position. And actually this way, let's play around and just come up halfway. So instead of coming up pretty much all the way, when you're seated, just come halfway and alternate arms. So it also gives your brain, I know it sounds funny, but it just mixes it up for the brain and you won't get so bored, and it gives you another variation. So we can do those. All right, so again, 4 to 5 sets of all of those with 20 to 30 reps. We're gonna switch to, I have a rod here. It's a little different than the curtain rod. Sorry if you can't see me. The curtain rod I thought this was just better. I found this in the basement. I don't know what the heck it was to. Mop or something, I don't know. Anyways, so I found this in the basement and I swapped it out for the shower curtain. If you have a shower curtain, great. Doesn't matter. So right now there's nothing on the ends. And you're just gonna curl it. Let's go halfway. Okay, just halfway. And again, same amount of reps, same amount of sets. Now, to mix it up a little bit, I don't know if everybody has big jugs of water around. Empty paint cans or, well, full paint cans are actually really heavy. Those would work. So these are full of water. You can use them half full if it's too heavy, whatever you need to do. If you don't have a jug, like I said, if you have empty paint cans, you can fill those up or use full paint cans, or literally strap, you know, if you have some duct tape, some Gatorade bottles, anything to the ends, just for a little added weight. So you can, like I said, you can actually duct tape these on. I'm not going to right now, but they do slide around a little bit. So you just have to be a little careful when you pick them up. Okay, so I don't know how much you can see here. Ooh, actually, you know what? I'm going to tilt. I should have done this from the beginning. There we go. All right. Should have done that from the beginning. I'm learning. Okay, so we're gonna pick it up. We've got them on the both ends, and we're gonna curl. We can come all, well, not all the way up, but just enough. When you feel the tension in the biceps, you're gonna bring it back down. And these you want to execute nice and slow because the water jugs do move around, which is actually really good. It's good to have them unstable. It works a lot of extra muscles in the bicep. A lot of extra fibers. Okay, so after doing 4 to 5 sets of those, we're gonna rep it out with 21s. So we're gonna bring it halfway for 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to bring it all the way up. Full range of motion for 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to go down halfway and back up for 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's one variation of 21s, and I am feeling a really good pump from that. Those are awesome. There's another variation we can do. There's a couple different variations to play around with, just because we can. So we can do them, you can start them any way. So for example, we can start with a bottom rep for 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're only going halfway. 5, 6, 7. And then you can come all the way up, but halfway down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then all the way. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those are excellent exercise. You could do 2 sets of those just with a different variation. Wicked pump from those. Very, very good. Surprisingly good pump from that. Okay, so what else can we do for biceps? You can play around if you have some bands in the house laying around, the bands that people use, you know, for the glutes, all those exercise girls. You can use the bands, rubber bands. Mine snapped on me the other day, or else I would use those. I do have bands, but they're just to wrap around the legs for leg day, which I will use in a video coming forward. I also grabbed, we had an old football lying around the house. So I thought I could play around with that too. So again, it's standing, little bend in the knee, and you're just gonna curl it up. 2, 3, 4, and you can go all the way to 20 to 30, 4 to 5 sets. And it just gives you something different to hold, a different angle, working different angles of the muscle. Just mixing it up. So I find, I mean, that was pretty short, but when you're actually doing the full sets and reps, it's actually going to turn into probably an hour workout. And you will feel it, especially the ones with the broom handle. And if you have something good enough, substantial enough to put on the ends, you're definitely going to feel it. Yeah, so let me know how that workout goes. And I hope everybody's staying healthy and staying positive and doing well. And I will see you all tomorrow. Thanks.